What would you do if you spent days perfecting a special dish for your partner, only for their friends to ruin it and call you dramatic for being upset? In today's story, the protagonist's choice is a masterclass in what happens when you finally demand the respect you deserve. I never intended to leave my boyfriend, Liam, over this. The original issue wasn't the breakup. It was my reaction. I just wanted to know if crying was an overreaction. But when thousands of people online started pointing out the obvious, that the situation was racially charged, that his friend Chloe wanted to assert power over me, and that my boyfriend was, to put it bluntly, terrible, my mind started spinning. The call came yesterday. It was Liam. He wanted to talk. Priya went, hoping for an apology, but she was walking into an ambush. Liam had already made his choice, and it wasn't her. This confrontation wasn't about resolution. It was about demanding her silence. When I arrived at his flat, my best friend Sam right beside me for support, I saw them immediately. Liam's best friend, Mark, and his wife, Chloe, were already there. Chloe was actively crying, her face a mask of distress, while Mark just looked furious, his glare fixed on me. Liam wouldn't even meet my eyes. He just gestured to the sofa and said, "Sit down." The tone was cold, detached. It felt exactly like being a child again, being publicly scolded by my parents while my older sibling looked on, radiating disappointment. Before I could even speak, Mark launched into a tirade. He was pacing, his voice rising as he questioned how I could make a post that people from the dinner party would obviously recognize. A post designed to shame Chloe and Liam. For a full minute, he went on, and I just sat there, my gaze locked on Liam, waiting, begging him with my eyes to step in and defend me, but he stayed completely silent, just shaking his head as if I were the one who had committed some unforgivable crime. It was spineless of me to just take it. I know. Finally, I turned to the source of all this. "Chloe," I asked, my voice shaking slightly, "why? You specifically asked me to bring an Indian dish. Why would you alter it?" Her answer left me breathless. "I thought Indian food would be brown," she mumbled. This woman, who grew up in the UK, a place teeming with vibrant South Asian culture, who has more Indian friends than I do, genuinely tried to claim she thought all Indian food was a single, monolithic color. I felt utterly defeated. As one commenter later put it so perfectly, she thought Indian food was brown and she expects you to apologize for being upset by her racist thoughtlessness. Your boyfriend sucks. His friends suck. You dodged a bullet. The room was thick with tension. Liam finally spoke, but not to defend me. "I didn't think the sweet was a big deal," he said, shrugging. That was the breaking point. "A big deal?" I shot back. "I would never, ever let my friend alter something you spent 3 days learning to make, something you got your own mother involved in. You saw the effort I put into this. Why couldn't you just ask me before letting her ruin it?" Right on cue, Chloe's quiet sobs escalated into full-blown crying. She wailed that she wasn't being racist, that she had no idea I'd put so much effort in, and that now, because of me, she could never host dinner parties again. It's just as another person online observed. "It's so odd how the bullies always seem to play victim and expect the wronged party to just kneel down and just go with the flow." Here she was, the one who caused the hurt, now demanding sympathy. "I used fake names," I said, my voice cold. "So why does it matter? Unless you and Mark went around telling everyone it was you?" That's when Liam sealed his fate. He finally looked at me, his face a mask of disappointment. "I just didn't expect this from you," he said. My best friend Sam, who had been silent until now, couldn't take it anymore. "And I guess she expected you to have a spine," he snapped. "So I guess you're both disappointed." This revealed Liam's greatest flaw, a complete lack of a spine when confronted by his friends. He prioritized their comfort over his partner's dignity, a weakness that would have guaranteed me a lifetime of being second best. In front of his 2 friends, my now ex-boyfriend told me he needed space from our relationship. "Get lost," I told him, and walked out. I didn't see what happened after, as I was already gone, but I heard Sam had a few more choice words for him. I wouldn't have just stormed out like that if he had looked at me with a shred of empathy, just once, but he was 100% on their side, treating me like I was the problem when Chloe was the one who hurt me. It made me think, if this is how he acts when his friends hurt me, where would I be if I actually married this man? The rest of the evening was a blur. I tripped at the metro station and ended up on Sam's couch. crying with an ice pack on my ankle while his boyfriend plied me with peach schnapps as my relationship imploded. My friends have been incredible, treating me like I'm made of fragile glass. I even overheard Sam and his older brother, Dr. Alex, whispering loudly from the kitchen, with Alex wanting to threaten Liam via Instagram DMs. Alex, who's a doctor, was so pissed when he found out what happened that he booked me an appointment with a therapist he knows. He thinks I need help to stop normalizing people walking all over me. To make matters worse, one of Liam's friends from the dinner party messaged me to ask if I really left him over a dessert. That's the narrative he's spinning. And it hurts. I know it shouldn't, but it does. I recognize now that there were signs, red flags that I ignored. It was partially my fault for letting myself be treated this way. And even though the thought of another relationship fills me with anxiety right now, I know I made the right choice. This story is a powerful reminder that how a partner reacts during small conflicts reveals everything about their character. True partnership is about having someone in your corner, especially when you're feeling hurt or disrespected. So, let me ask you, what's the biggest red flag you've ever ignored in a relationship, only to realize later that it defined the whole